Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Mandys One Pan Meals. This time there's two in here. There is my take on carbonara that I picked up from Slimming World, and it is one of the nicest tasting ones I've had. And also a little bit of my take, because why would you just follow a recipe? Why not change it all anyway? Of Turkish Gozleme with Spanish chorizo, just to keep it nice and authentic. Hope you enjoy.
So, in today's one pan extravaganza meal, Mandy's cooking
Carbonara! Whoop. So I'm still going to use my frying pan.
So what are the ingredients?
We have Morrison's finest tagliatelle.
Yep.
Eggs.
Yep.
Mushrooms, which is my take on carbonara. Normally I would have fresh ones, but hey, you've got to go with what you've got. And lean, smoked, diced bacon.
Mm.
So all of the uncouth bits, no pancetta, no fresh mushrooms, however, and no Parmesan cheese. So we are going to absolutely wing it with what we've got. Yeah. However,
it's van life, baby.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful meal. I am going to do that in the pan. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and under the grill I'm going to make one of these into some garlic bread.
Ooh,
garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Just because, you know, we have one meal in a day, so this will be our big meal. And so first of all, I'm going to get the pan nice and hot, and I'm going to fry off the bacon and the mushrooms, and then pop them out on a plate. So what you've got to watch with this being so much moisture content in here, that they could boil your bacon.
Right, so just cooking them off first.
Yeah, so just cooking them off just for a little bit first, just to get rid of that moisture.
Okay.
So then when we do put the bacon in, the bacon will release juice instead of soaking up mushroom flavours.
Oh, spitting as well.
Spitting! Everybody in! So these blighted have stopped spitting at me a little bit. So let's get the bacon in. Right, I reckon that's done. It's not colouring up, but I don't want them to turn into tiny little crispy bullet point bits of bacon. So then I'm going to put my frying pan right under the tap, some water in, give it a good salt in. Once that's getting to a boil, I'm going to put the tagliatelle in the pan and cook it all in there. There's no point in mucking up a couple of pans. I find it cooks quicker because you've got a bigger surface area for heating up the water. Right, so I'm going to put the pasta in. Each one of these little bundles weighs 25 grams, and they recommend a 75 gram portion, which is nice and easy because it's just 3 each then, isn't it? Like that. Pop it up for a bit. Right, so for the garlic bread, just keeping it nice and simple, and I've just got a part baked baguette, slicing it into quarters, and then I'll butter and put garlic powder and parsley on top, and then chuck it under the grill. Right, so we're going cheeseless at first because the part baked baguettes, so I'm going to put them in on the low shelf just to get them cooking through a little bit. While we're doing this, see these are they're breaking up a bit nicely now. For the carbonara sauce, I keep it nice and simple. I know loads of people put cream and other bits in. I got mine from Slimming World when I did that years and years ago, and everything had to be sin-free. So it was literally eggs, your healthy extra bit of cheese, and pepper, and then your bacon and stuff. So it was all sin-free. So it literally is 2 eggs each. Some pepper in, and I'm going to put the cheese in last just before I put it in there because otherwise it sinks a bit at the bottom. But the whole point of this is you drain your pasta and then you put it back in the pan and you use the residual heat from the pasta just to thicken the eggs. You're not cooking it through or pre-cooking it, you just let the heat go through and it goes really creamy. Right, it's a bit of cheese on them and pop them back in. Just grating the cheese into the egg, but because it's cheddar and not parmesan, I don't put lots and lots of pressure on, so I still get little fine cheese gratings, so they will actually melt nicely in between and not go all thick and stringy, although, you know, cheese is cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there such thing as too much cheese?
No.
Give that a nice stir around so it's nice and floaty still. So I've drained the water. I've left a tiny little bit in there.
Yep.
I'm going to plonk the bacon and mushrooms in and give them a mix up. that's cooled down enough, but obviously still warm enough. So it's basically a case of get the egg over the pasta and then quickly give it a mix around.
Lovely. Look it.
Right, you ready?
How are we doing now then? Taste
Potting
it up.
out.
Nice garlic bread with cheese. Lovely carbonara. Come on then.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Right, well there's a carbonara. What do you think of that? I know loads of people do it different ways and add cream and things. So how do you do yours? Because it is one of those things that it's normally done the same way through families, isn't it? That a good old hand-me-down recipe. Any hints and tips? Anything I could do differently? Because I'd like to give something a try. Anyway, on to the next one. Today I am whipping up a very quick and easy and hopefully successful version of the Turkish Gozleme. Because you know I like my 2-ingredient dough with my Greek yogurt and flour. A little bit different this one though, because you need self-raising flour, yogurt, plain flour, salt and pepper to kind of make it into a savoury dough. I'm going to put 80 grams of that, 80 grams of that, and I can't add, and 160 grams of Greek yogurt into there with it's already got salt and pepper in, and mix it up and make a dough. So there's my dough. It's a little bit sticky, which is just what you want. I've got 4 portions there. I'm just going to leave them, just going to chuck a tea towel over in a second to stop them from drying out while I make the filling in the bowl, because you know, why waste more pans. My filling is going to be good old instant mash with some cheese, and to make it completely authentically Turkish, of course, some chorizo, just because it's a little bit of flavour. So I'm just going to mix all of that up in there. I'm going to make the mash up so it's a little bit dry because I don't want it to affect that. Just lovely bits of diced chorizo with the mash and the cheese, and actually smells epic. Gozleme are ready to go in. Ridge Monkey is all oiled up and ready to go. So I'm going to preheat that and batch cook them 2 at a time. So you have to put these in, fold side down. So that's that side. So they're looking really good. Let's have a peek. Ooh. So yep, plate them up. Do the old trick, which is the good thing with the thingy plates, the enamel plates, is that you can just chuck them in like that. I'll get the next lot in. So next lot in, give them another 5 minutes, and then flip them over. I do love the Ridge Monkey for that, because the more you faff around with it with these things, the more likely they are to break to pieces, so it's perfect.
See if you like them. Ooh, Mandy's unsure. Oh no, it's good.
It's a little bit hot.
It's still hot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I need a shot of what it looks like inside. Oh yes. Nom nom. Is that yours?
Mine's nearly gone. It's really good.
It is nice, isn't it?
So after watching this video back, I realised I didn't show you actually how I made the Gozleme. So basically, when you get your dough, you roll it out nice and thin, but not too thin because it's got to take the filling. Then you pop the filling in the middle, pat it down so it's flat, and then you fold the top and the bottom in, then one side and then the other. And that's where you see that fold on the bottom that you have to cook fold side down. I suppose it's a bit like a quesadilla in some way, where you've just got to fold it all in the right way. But yeah, filling in the middle, top, bottom, and then side to side, and then just give it a bit of a press to seal all the bits in. But yeah, that is lovely. I'm going to be making some of that soon. It's really nice, and you can put anything that you like in there that's not too big and chunky. They do roasted vegetables over there. I've even seen it with feta and honey, spinach and different kinds of cheeses, all sorts of things that you can get in there. It's a real nice versatile way of eating up whatever you've got in the cupboards. And if you've got Greek yogurt and flour in, then you're halfway there, aren't you? And it's nice. I like that dough because it's really easy to make it any way you want. They're savoury or sweet or whatever. Flatbreads and pizzas, and yeah. When all of this goes in my cookbook, there's going to be a whole section for 2-ingredient dough. So yes, I hope you enjoy. I'll catch you on the next one.